Hey, Boos. I forgot my line. Hey, Boos. Thanks for joining once again. Welcome to the Boo Spot, where we give our real thoughts and opinions. They read it, we read it. Let's go. All right, so we're going to talk about a mom who wanted to get some advice, or I think more so, she wanted just to hear different opinions because she doesn't really have a question. Um, She is 29, her husband is 30, and they have a 6-year-old daughter. They live in a neighborhood. They've been living in the house for 6 years. Now, the husband inherited the house, so it's his childhood house. They have neighbors where they have neighbors, and their neighbors have two children. The girl is 16 and the boy is 13. Both children are autistic. So in the past, when the 16-year-old was younger, she wanted to hang with the woman's daughter. And they went to the house I guess they had got a cat. So she asked if the little girl could come in the house to see the cat. The mom was fine with it. Fast forwarding, the child is 16 years old now. The child is 16, her child is 6. There's a big age difference, 10 years, okay? I always specify the ages because it could be an age gap. And in this instance, there is one. So the 16-year-old wants to hang with the 6-year-old at her house in her room. And her mom is feeling like that's a problem. On top of that, the mom feels like the parents don't really do a good job at monitoring, or I want to say taking the time to invest in the fact that their kids are on the spectrum. Okay. They basically are treating their kids just like their normal kids, and not that they are on the spectrum and may need more time and more attention put into them. The mom doesn't want the child at the house, and especially at the house unsupervised. The mom does not want her daughter in the little girl's bedroom because there is a 10-year age gap, and the daughter is starting to hit puberty. So even though her mind mentally is not at a 16-year-old, probably about a 12-year-old, probably about a 12-year-old, her body is growing and working, okay? So I don't want to put a creep creep mode on this on I don't want to put a creep mode spin on this, but the mom did put in the fact that the daughter is hitting puberty. I'm reading the room, okay? We're reading the room. And um I don't have I don't have no space to judge. You are your daughter's protection, you are your daughter's covering, and that is your job. So if you feel that something is right isn't right, or if you feel uncomfortable with your daughter being there unsupervised in the other little girl's room, that is perfectly fine. Okay? My first thought was, if I just be honest with you, my first thought was safety, because autistic children tend to get angry faster, and it could be just off the strength of not being able to communicate. They might have like sensory overload and just lash out. And my first thought was the child hurting my child. That was my first thought, was my child being hurt. The other thing that I did think about is that, because even though the child is 16 years old, her mentality is at a younger child's age. she might see herself as younger and want to hang with younger children. So that could be a thing as well. But I don't see anything wrong with it. Who can judge how you feel? If you don't want them together unsupervised, again, it's nothing wrong with that. And then two, I understand that you were talking about the parents. So the parents. She said that the parents don't really supervise their children. Again, they just treat their children like regular children, and they don't discipline their kids. They don't. They're not really watching them. So I get it. I understand it, and there's no problem with it. All right, boos. That's all I got for today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Boo Spot.